Welcome, friends. I'm Kate. This is Klaus. He's going to join us for yoga, maybe. Welcome. We are doing Unwind Yoga. So we're going to find a nice, comfortable, relaxing position, maybe seated. And let's start with some breath. So if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. If not, keep them open and maybe draw your gaze down till the eyelids relax. And what are we going to do first? We're just going to exhale out. And then when you're ready, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and take 3 more breaths at your own pace. Eyes closed or open, whatever's comfortable. And when you're ready, we're going to get into our first pose. So let go of the breathing part for now. Our first pose we're going to come into is our legs up the wall. So if you like, you can find a wall to put your legs up on. If you don't have the space, that's fine. You can put your legs up on maybe your couch or a chair, or just what I'm going to do randomly in the room. The other thing I'm going to do is bring a blanket under my pelvis. So just a little bit of a cushion underneath. And we'll see what this looks like. So I'm going to come up here and legs up the wall. So tonight, part of our unwind is about gratitude. Sit. Down. All right, somebody else is a little rambunctious. So just getting nice and comfortable. Letting go of breath, letting go of gravity. The earth's going to hold you. It's got your back. So just take a few moments and check in with your gratitude button. All right. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, coming out nice and slow, you can draw your legs down off the wall, bend at the knees, and then we're going to roll over onto one side or the other. And then we're going to come into child's pose for our next pose. So there's a couple of different ways to do that. You can get a bolster to sit in between, or have a prop there for your head. So big toes together, knees are nice and wide. And then we're going to come into our child's pose. And no, we're not doing any down dogs tonight. After another breath or so here, let's come up to tabletop. And we're going to do some cat and cat. No dogs, just cats and cats. All right. So we're going to exhale into cat. Inhale, cat. Going really slow. Just see if you can feel the movement from one vertebrae to the next. Exhale into cat. Inhale, cat. After you finished a couple of those, our next pose is going to be, we're going to do a seated pose with crossed legs, and we're going to go to the side. So I'm going to sit up on a block, so I have a little bit more room for the leg cross. So you can do one leg, and we'll do both sides, or you can stack the legs, which is what I'm going to do. So I'll show you option one. I have one leg out, and then we're going to cross over. So you can cross at the knees, and then we'll lean over on each side. All right, so I'm going to do the double cross. And then having the block on one side. I'm actually going to go tall block because I'm sitting up on a block. All right, so what we're opening up is this side body here. So this upper arm, if you want to bring it up overhead, you can do that, or cross it in front if that feels okay. And we're just going to want to keep the head in line with the spine, so we don't want to be overstretching the neck. And just a couple of breaths here on each side. Again, you can close your eyes if that's comfortable. And then when you're ready to come out, we're going to sit up. We'll switch the block, and we'll switch the legs. And then leaning over to the other side, and this arm can bring it up and over for a very deep stretch, or cross in front for a more relaxed stretch. And again, keeping that neck in line with the rest of the spine if you kind of go over more. And again, if it feels comfortable to close the eyes, you can do that, or just drop the gaze a little bit, let the eyelids rest. And we'll take a couple breaths here. Same amount on the first side as the second side. And then after you finish on this side, we're going to come back up to seated. And we're going to do a little bit of a Lotus Breath. All right, so bring the hands together in front of the heart. Pinky and the thumb stay together. We're just going to inhale, opening the fingers up, and then exhale, close the fingers back together. And you can sit in a chair if it's not comfortable to sit on the floor, or legs straight out instead of crossed. That's fine too. All right, so here we go. So we're going to inhale. We'll do this 4 times. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. All right, we just have 3 more poses left. So our next one is going to be our fish pose. So this is a beautiful back opener. So a couple of options. I have a block that might be a little bit hard and uncomfortable. So I'm actually going to use a blanket instead. So, and there's a couple of different ways you can do it. It can be in a small little square like that, or one of the things I like to do here is roll it up this way. And I'm going to use this down the center of the spine. All right. So coming off of that block, I'm going to bring this down to the base of the spine and roll back. So my head is on the floor. If you need a little bit of, if that's up too high, unroll the blanket a little bit. And then if comfortable, then you can extend the legs straight out. Arms can be by your sides. Some people like to tuck them under. I'm just going to bring mine out a little bit wider because I'm up on a higher bolster. And just breathing into that upper abdomen, noticing that diaphragm moving. And we'll take just one or two more breaths here. And again, you can always come out early if you're uncomfortable. And when you're ready to come out, we're going to roll over onto one side or the other. And then we're going to come back to that cat and cow again, up on our hands and knees for a little counter pose. So we're going to exhale for our cat, round the spine. Moving nice and slow, inhale, looking forward. Exhale, back to cat. Inhale, cow. And then we're going to come into our Sphinx pose. All right, so come on down to the belly. And then we're going to be up on our elbows and forearms. So the elbow is underneath the shoulder. And then I like starfish fingers or sea star. I forgot they changed the name. All right. So I want to bring the shoulder blades towards each other, opening up the collarbones away from each other. And your breath might be a little bit more shallow here because we're laying on the belly. But just inhale and exhale through the nose. And that might make it a little easier. So we'll take 2 or 3 more breaths here. And then when you're ready to come out, we're going to bring the elbows out to the side, stack the hands, and rest the forehead on the hands. All right, so one more pose before our relaxation pose. So we're going to come back to our legs up the wall. And again, many versions of this. You can do it on the wall. I'm going to come back up on the blanket. And legs up. And your feet can be relaxed. Arms out by your sides. And just let the stress of the day release down the legs and into the earth and away. And when you're ready to come out, we're going to bend the knees. Bring the knees in. Move the blanket out of the way. And let's do a couple of apanasanas here. We did some forward bends and some back bends. Just coming back to an equilibrium before we come into our Shavasana relaxation pose. All right, feet down to the mat and then all the way straight out. If that's not comfortable, you can always put your legs up on a chair or bring your feet into the mat, feet out wide, knees resting together. That can be more comfortable if you've got some lower back issues. And then arms down by your sides or out away from the body. Maybe tuck the shoulder blades under. Maybe a blanket under your head if that's more comfortable for your neck. Like to do a little roll at the end. It always feels nice supporting the neck. And let's do a joint relaxation. So something different. So we're going to release and relax the joints. And let's start at the top of the head and work our way down to the feet. So the first big joint is our jaw. So we're going to relax and release the jaw. Relax and release the shoulders. Relax and release the elbows. Relax and release the wrists. Relax and release all the little finger joints. And then we're going to relax and release the whole spine. Relax and release the hips. Relax and release the knees. Relax and release the ankles. Relax and release the toes. And let the earth's gravity hold you. No work to do. Don't even have to work to hold on to the earth. Letting go of the breath. Letting go of any last little thoughts. Just take the next few moments and just be. Gently coming back into awareness. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. If you'd like, you can roll your head side to side. When you're ready, and with an inhale, rolling over onto one side or the other. Use your arm as a little headrest for a moment. Taking that moment before you come up. Maybe check back in with that gratitude button. And then when you're ready, using an inhale, Coming back up to a comfortable seated position. And we're going to finish with a nice calming bee breath. So we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale with a hum. So we're going to hum down in the throat. If the lips start to tickle, then it's not vibrating in the right spot. So you're trying to adjust it on the next one. All right, we'll do it 3 times. All right, inhale through the nose and then hum. Excellent. Again, inhale. And one more time. Inhale. And thank you for joining me. Namaste.